kudos to those of you who bookmarked us here on the World Wide Web. Of course, testosteronesports.com. Jeff and Jesse doing what we love to do the most. And right now we're going to talk about the team we love the most, Jeff, the Minnesota Vikings. They've had a busy offseason. We're talking about the offense right now. We should start things off by talking about our first round pick, an explosive wide receiver / running back, potentially Percy Harvin, coming here from Florida, creating some buzz.
Yeah, the Vikings created a lot of buzz when they took him at number 22 overall in the NFL draft. He's a little bit of a controversial player based on his past. However, his athleticism cannot be denied. When he has a football in his hands on the field, he's a threat to go to the house anywhere. You can give it to him in the running game. You can give it to him in the receiving game. And he's a great kick returner. I think that this pick is a great impact for our offense. And I like him probably the most out of all the rookies for an impact now type of player in the NFL.
At wide receiver?
At all the positions.
Yeah, the thing when they drafted him, initially I was a little skeptical because of the whole triangle of authority deal and how we're trying to get these high character people. I've kind of come around on the idea of taking a home run hitter right there instead of an offensive lineman or maybe a secondary player on the defensive side of the ball. But I really, really, really like the fact that in OTAs, Jeff, they're putting him in the Wildcat, and our club is actually running plays in the Wildcat. We've designed 25, 30 plays specifically to get Percy Harvin the ball. I think that can only do wonders for our offense.
When we had Thor in here, he's our local Viking guy.
Right.
He has a hammer, and I think that we need to change the name of that offensive set to the Viking Hammer.
There you go.
Because you hammer the ball down the throats of your opponent in that situation, you leave them in pieces. And we're Vikings. A good Viking has a hammer that they can wield and thrust toward their enemies to destroy a bear type of foe or a lion type of foe. Let's call it the Viking Hammer. We're going to have Tavares split out as a split end. We'll have Adrian and Chester in the backfield to snap the ball to Chester.
Yep.
He can fake it to Adrian, reverse it to Tavares. You can throw it deep to Harvin. It could be really great.
And Bernard Berrien's still in the plans too. I mean, Adrian came out just the other day talking about with all these playmakers that they've got on the field right now, specifically naming the guys we've just talked about, that this is going to put defenses on their heels. And defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier, who we had a chance to visit with last year down at training camp, has basically come out and said he is elated that he doesn't have to scheme to try to stop Percy Harvin, because this adds a dimension to our offense, which was really lacking last year. People could focus on AP and didn't really have to worry about the rest. I'm thinking Percy Harvin's playmaking ability could be a big boon to our team in general.
It's going to be excellent, and to follow that up with our second round pick being Phil Loadholt out of Oklahoma. Gigantic right tackle, 6'7", 345 pounds.
Yeah.
He's the biggest player that came into the rookie class this year. And, I remember when draft day happened, Jesse, we were together, we were sullen, just down about the fact that our boys had passed on an excellent prospect in Michael Oher from USC left tackle. Well, we were able to get Loadholt in the second round, and it totally justified picking Harvin. We needed somebody on the right side who can be a traditional right tackle. Ryan Cook, I like him as a player, but he started out as a center, so we tried to make the switch right away. Loadholt, moving from the left side to the right side is a really easy transition. I think he's going to be great there for years to come.
Yeah, and so far in OTAs, Loadholt and Ryan Cook have been splitting time at that right tackle. Anthony Herrera still appears locked in at the right guard position. The rest of the line looks like it's going to be intact. Of course, John Sullivan will be taking over for Matt Burke, who has departed.
I can't wait to see Matt Burke back on our team this year. What?
Matt Burke is gone, dude. He's outie. He's in Baltimore.
Who's in his place?
John Sullivan.
Yeah,
we're going to give the reins to our offense to John Sullivan, so we'll have to hope that he can make all those line calls. But he's got some other nice veterans on the left side of the line. I mean, I think it helps big time that he's going to be playing next to big Steve Hutchinson every week. But the real story, the big story, nationwide story on our team throughout the offseason continues to be and has been Brett Favre. Is he coming? Is he not coming? He's got some bicep deal, minor surgical procedure could be happening at some time soon. Right now, Sage Rosenfels and Tavares Jackson are competing in OTAs for the starting spot, but all that could fly out the window, Jeff, if number 4 comes back. Do you think he's going to? What's your gut?
You better watch out, man. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why, because number 4 is coming to town. I believe that it's going to happen.
You think so?
Yeah, and what's really interesting is there was a lot of news for a long time, almost daily. We would have Sean Jensen or Tom Powers from the St. Paul Pioneer Press talking about the sit-down meeting between James Andrews, the orthopedic surgeon, and Brett Favre, and that surgery is going to take place. And then Brett Favre's agent, Buzz Cook, comes out and says, there's truth to none of it. It's all lies, lies. So, you know, a lot of it happened, and now all of a sudden, there's nothing. It's crickets out there.
Right.
So I don't know what that means. I think maybe it means it's the calm before the storm. He's had the surgery now. It's just a simple clip of the tendon, and they're going to announce it all one day, and it's going to feel like Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly hope it happens. Not that I don't have confidence in Sage Rosenfels or Tavares Jackson, but come on, it's Brett Favre.
Dude, it's Brett freaking Favre, man.
Last year he led the Jets to an 8-3 start. He tweaked that tendon in his arm, and then he kind of really fell apart. I think if we were able to bring him in, rein him in, and really do this running game right with some of the extra weapons that we've got here, we could keep Brett at around 20 to maybe 25 pass attempts per game, keep him healthy, keep him fresh, and I think it could be a successful
Another thing that I really like about the potential of having this new formation, what we like to call the Viking Hammer, a.k.a. the Wildcat, is because if we do that, it would take Brett Favre off the field. Okay, give him some rest. We could use it when we're up on teams to protect a lead, to slow the game down and control the clock. And the best thing about it is something that I don't think we were able to realize out of the Wildcat last year is, and the reason is because the Dolphins had to keep Chad Pennington on the field for it. We wouldn't. We could put Tavares out there, an athletic running quarterback. While Brett Favre's on the sideline, he could be talking to Darrell Bevell, coming up with strategy.
Right, it's
taking
beautiful.
a breath and getting his legs under him.
And it's good for T-Jack too.
It would be perfect for us.
He's had some experience. He's started 20-some games or so. So it would be a perfect thing for him. It would sort of redeem Coach Childress in a way on that pick. I really hope that it happens. And Jeff, looking at our schedule with the early season scheduled, it's lining up really well. Optimism abounds, man. I think with Brett Favre in the fold, if that would happen, we've got a great chance to start out the season on a 6-1 or 7-1 type run.
Don't even want to think it's possible, but I do. It's going to be great.
Well, we thank you for tuning in. Come back early and often, because if you want to win,
you must tune in
to testosteronesports.com.